Alrighty, we're here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel known as Stock Markets with Bruce. I'm your finfluencer. Did you know that? I'm a finfluencer. That's what they call people like me. According to the Wall Street Journal this weekend, there was an article about folks who are on social media giving advice to investors, whether they're financial planners or not, or whether it's good or not to know. They call us finfluencers. The difference between this finfluencer and the ones that they highlighted in the Wall Street Journal is I'm 35 years older than they are, if not 40 years older than they are. That's the little tiny little difference. I'm old and not pretty to look at. I don't have beautiful long flowing hair and lovely clothing to wear, and I have lipstick and makeup on. I'm nothing to look at. No. Matter of fact, a lot of people don't look at me at all when they come here. They just listen to me on their earpiece and go, "That's enough. That's all I need, Uncle Bruce. Thanks for the imagery. I'll think of something else to think about looking at. I'll just hear your voice." Yeah, this finfluencer is here. I don't have 1.5 million followers on TikTok, or on Instagram, or on Facebook, or whatever these social media sites are. I'm just a YouTuber with a micro YouTube channel. I mean micro, because right now there are 80 people here watching me, and now it's 85. It'll slowly creep up to a couple of hundred. Maybe I'll get lucky and get 300 today. There ain't a big audience here. Although by the end of the day, by midnight tonight, over 2,000 people will have watched this telecast live, or certainly as a rerun. And I appreciate that. But I also know where I fit in the overall finfluencer world. I'm not a popular finfluencer as far as popularity goes. I try to justify my existence with effect. What's the effect of my appearance on YouTube for you? That's really what it should be all about. I do the best I can to avoid politics and everything else, but sometimes just saying hi to somebody someone will accuse you of being political. So what can I say? I'll do the best I can with what I have. Those of you who are regulars here and are not members of this channel, today I've shifted this chat right over to the member level because of my poll question of the day. I didn't want to have a whole bunch of angry, upset, political people accusing me of being against anything. And so I decided today we're going right into member only mode. So if you want to comment, make a super chat and make a comment, or be a member and comment there. Because I really do want to talk about the market. I actually do want to talk about the economy. I really do want to cover that. I will say that this morning so far, there have been a number of folks reacting to my question of the day, which is simply, Trump is blowing it, ... Yes or no? That's all I want to know. Just Trump is blowing it. 67% say, yeah, he's blowing it. 33% say, oh, God, no, everything's just fine. All is well. All is well. 82 votes are in. Hey, let me know your thoughts. You got the guts to answer my question? I had the guts to ask it. Have you got the guts to answer? Come on, answer. 85 votes have come in. I appreciate you. 51 thumbs ups have come through this morning. That will take more guts. I have a suspicion today I may not hit 150 thumbs ups, because if I use the word or the name Trump in a question, people turn off and they run away to their mummy, and they want to go somewhere where it's a happy place, like Fox. Go to Fox News. Welcome all to the program. What a weekend. I had a lovely time this weekend. Stress-free, or at least a lot less stress than being on here every day. Had the pleasure of doing a one-on-one. I had the pleasure of answering emails from some of you. I had the pleasure of just watching YouTube videos and also reading up on what's going on and trying to figure out what's in store for us. Unfortunately, though, I've also had to deal with the fact that there's economic news coming out and flowing at all times from around the world, not just out of the U.S., that is rather disturbing. And we're seeing some of the results this morning, unfortunately. We're seeing some news this morning that's not so great. We're seeing some activity here. The area that I am most concerned about is not what stock prices are doing. Of course, I'm watching that, obviously. I'm watching for the eventual breakout. There'll be a definite winner-loser category coming up here as the days and weeks go on with these tariffs. Winners will be stocks that are not companies not as affected with tariffs as those who are. There will be that. Unfortunately, the Magnificent Seven are all caught in a pretty bad situation. They're all involved internationally. They all have issues everywhere. They have almost all of them have put together offshore corporations to avoid American taxation. Decades now. This is nothing new. Apple has a massive presence in Ireland to avoid U.S. taxes. Microsoft, Oracle, Cisco, all of them. Magnificent Seven and beyond. So S&P 500s, a big chunk of S&P 500 companies have actually set up overseas foreign subsidiaries to avoid paying taxes to the United States government. And that's not going to change. As a matter of fact, that's going to intensify. But the key now is, can you avoid the tariff game? And one company that has really got themselves into a pickle here is a company that has done a massive amount of activity in Ireland, as an example, and has just in the last few years increased dramatically their commitment to doing business there rather than in America. Pepsi, your friends at PepsiCo. I don't know if you know this, but Coca-Cola and Pepsi used to be the number 1 and 2 soft drink sellers of the United States. They're now number 1 and 3. Coca-Cola's number 1. Pepsi is number 3. Diet Pepper or Dr. Pepper is number 2 with its brands. Did you know that? But here's something else you might not know. Coca-Cola produces what they call concentrate. The magic formula that makes Coca-Cola is produced. The actual thing that goes into a bottle and a can with the carbonated water and the sugars. The concentrate is made in Atlanta in the United States and or in Mexico. And the concentrate comes into the US, Canada, Mexico, Latin America from these locations. And any concentrate that comes into the United States from Mexico is virtually duty-free because of free trade. That's been established even with the latest agreement between Canada, the U.S., and Mexico by President Trump in 2000 and whatever that year was, 1918. Pepsi, however, produces its concentrate in Ireland. All of the concentrate that Pepsi makes for U.S. consumption is produced in Ireland. Why is that? Simple. They built a massive plant in Ireland in 1974. This isn't like last year or anything like that. Since 74, and they've upgraded their plant in the last couple of years by $140 million out of Cork, Ireland, where Jen and I were this past summer. Last year, we were in Cork on the Queen Mary 2 ocean line. Never saw the plant from the port, by the way. The concentrate is made in Cork, Ireland for PepsiCo to then import into the United States. And it's pretty simple why you do that, because the Coca-Cola and Pepsi guys have changed their business completely. You might think that Coca-Cola owns the patent to make the drink. They produce the concentrate. They own the bottling plants where they make it. They put the labels on cans. They put it in 2-liter bottles, 1-liter bottles, and they ship the bottles and cans all over the place on their Coca-Cola trucks. Nothing can be further from the truth. Coca-Cola and Pepsi do not own the trucks that bring the product to your local retailer. They don't own the companies that bottle the stuff. There are bottling centers all over North America for regional distribution of the product. Those are not owned, those are not Coca-Cola properties. Those are bottling centers, part of a bottling company that is its own private, own public company, to be honest. Pepsi makes its money by producing concentrate in Ireland for virtually nothing, very little taxes they pay there. And then they sell the concentrate, quote, sell the concentrate to their American company, PepsiCo, who then in turn sells the concentrate to their bottlers. The price that Pepsi pays itself from Ireland to the United States is a markup. It might be, let's say it's, I don't know. These come in 55-gallon drums, okay? I have no idea what this crap sells for. I'm going to pretend it's $100, okay? They can make it for $10, all right? Bulk. They sell it to themselves for $100, and they sell it to their bottlers for $110, $120. And the bottlers now get these drums, they pour the concentrate into a giant bottling making machine that mixes the carbonated water and sugars and pumps it into bottles and cans, and out it goes to the world, okay? Pepsi America doesn't make a lot of money. Pepsi Ireland makes a killing because it has virtually no corporate taxes to pay there. Coca-Cola, on the other hand, doesn't have a concentrate plant in Ireland. It decided to keep their concentrate plant in the Atlanta region and in Mexico and other locations. And so Coca-Cola doesn't pay a tariff on concentrate like Pepsi does now. Pepsi has to pay a tariff to bring the concentrate into the United States and then buy it and pay the US government a tariff and then sell it to their bottlers. So Pepsi's got a problem. They have a tariff problem. And the question will be, how much will Pepsi eat of that cost? And can they persuade through lobbyists the Trump administration to drop the tariff on concentrate of their suffering, where the Coca-Cola lobbyists will say, hey, we're all American. We're good to America. We are America. You know, they should be punished for this. So there's a place where tariffs might work, where they might or might not work. But for PepsiCo and shareholders of PepsiCo, not good. Not good on the margins. This is going to be pretty tough. So what do you do? By the way, the concentrate plant in Cork, Ireland, produces concentrate for the rest of the world as well. So all of Europe, the Middle East, Africa, all the regions that use Pepsi, the concentrate comes out of Cork, Ireland. So they're doing fine. It's just the US market that they have to now figure out a solution. Should Pepsi build a plant in Mexico? Would they build a plant in the United States? Why would you do that is the question that they're going to have to ask themselves. Because do we just wait out this presidency? Do we just wait out until November of next year? And if the House and the Senate switches over to the Democrats, the White House is virtually negated on many of its policies. Then we'll wait 2 more years, back whatever candidate we like, Republican or Democrat, that is going to eliminate these ridiculous tariffs, according to Pepsi. And then we'll deal with it. That will probably be their game plan, but we'll see what happens in the meantime. Just a little microcosm of what's going on out there. In the meantime, Americans are getting their standard of living handed to them badly. With the American dollar dropping against the euro, the pound, the Swiss franc, the Canadian dollar, the Japanese yen, the Chinese yuan, against any currency you want to measure, the American dollar is falling in value, currency to currency to currency, which means Americans who are in the USA have done nothing wrong, are going to find that as the year rolls on, Certain items that they're going to be looking for from time to time will become incredibly more expensive than they ever imagined. And it's going to go right to your lawn furniture in your backyard this summer, your Weber barbecue, which is made in China. If you can find a Weber barbecue this year, will Home Depot bother bringing in? They may have already ordered their barbecues. They may have already got them. It might be, what's the word I'm looking for? They might have been fast enough to bring in the Webers before the tariffs were announced. Maybe the Home Depot, Lowe's, and other major retailers brought in barbecue systems into the U.S. from $29.99 to $2,999, well in advance of the tariffs. It could be that products for the fall have also been brought in already, delaying the inevitable price increases you're going to see on certain other goods. But it is unlikely that the toy manufacturers have brought in the toys for this Christmas. They probably haven't done it. And so starting this fall, it will really begin to hit. Now, goods like food, that's already going to show, if not showing already. You're going to see avocados and product from South America and Africa and Europe. All food coming into the United States, if it has a tariff on it, it's instantaneous. You can't bring in grapes today to sell to Americans 6 months from now. No, grapes, they arrive at the Long Beach pier, and they're on trucks to distribution centers in hours, and they are on grocery stores within days, within a day or two or three. And the bananas that you see that are green arrived in the U.S. just a few days ago. This is an instantaneous, get it up, get it out of here, let's go. And unless there are tariff exemptions, there will be price increases. And so meat and spices and sauces and you name it that come from elsewhere, you're going to see it go up. And it's going to hit. And Americans who are unfortunately in the bottom half of the United States demographic, the 50% line and lower, are going to get crushed badly because their dollars, their money, will not go as far as it used to buy basics. And then luxuries, forget about luxuries. You just don't even bother. And of course, someone in the bottom 30% of America's demographic is not interested in or not able to think about buying a Rolex, maybe a Bolex, but not a Rolex. Those in the upper half, they will see prices for their favorite items also go up. So a French camembert cheese or whatever, all these high-end products, they will cost a lot more for them. And there will be decisions made whether to buy it or not. And so the tax man, the winner, apparently is supposed to be the tax collector for the United States government at the Homeland Security Office. The duties, customs and duties kids, all those people in those uniforms at customs and duties are going to haul in a lot of taxation money for America if America imports goods from countries around the world. The question is, how many importers are going to go, no, I'm not bringing in leggings for my website to sell to the American women here in the United States. I cannot afford to pay 2.5 times the price for leggings or for workout tops or for hoodies or hats or gloves or shoes or you name any clothing item for any person, child, male or female. That business is about to be annihilated. And that means department stores are about to get the living crap kicked out of them because who shops at department stores for clothing? Why don't you, the next time you go to a department store, walk into the front door of a department store on the main level and look around at what is sold at every single department store in the United States on the first floor. The number one item sold is all for women. 98% of what's over there is for the ladies. And it's from shoes to purses to fragrances, cosmetics, and all that clothing. And it's all female oriented. Men's on two. Okay, go to the second or third floor for the men's shoes. The men's clothing. Guys don't spend money on clothes. Women spend the money. Babies get better treatment than men's clothes, children's clothes, because they're more important than the husband. Because we're cheapskates. We're cheapskates. In any event, the main floor of every department store is about to see massive price increases on everything coming into that store's warehouse in the back. Price stickers are about to surge, and that's going to ruin the inflation number. It is going to decimate the inflation number. So your grocery store and your department store and all your specialty retailers across the board are going to be in big, big trouble. And that is what's coming down the pipe. And the American dollar will continue to slump against all currencies because foreign countries are looking at the United States going, they used to be our best friend. They used to be our military partner. We could count on those guys. We would send soldiers to fight their wars, and they would help us with security. We can't count on that anymore. We could count on the administration, whatever administration was in the White House, and generally the Congress and Senate, to get along with international relations. That was one of those topics you didn't mess with. Right now, it's all blown up the hell. The other thing that foreign countries are not impressed with right now with the United States is that their children that are going to the elite schools in the United States are now nervous about being in the United States because these children who were given international student visas are finding that certain members of their classes aren't here anymore. And they have been exported. They've been taken away in handcuffs by guys with masks and SWAT outfits in unmarked vans. This is something new for the university crowd. The Gestapo is coming to get you. That's the feeling. Okay, it may not be the reality, but that is the feeling out there. And parents of well-to-do students in France and Italy and Germany and the United Kingdom and China and Japan and South Korea, parents in the Middle East who've sent their children to the United States for the world-class education and research of medical, you know what? They're not all that impressed right now. And they're seriously thinking, maybe it's time to get the kids out of there. Give them a gap year and then maybe send them to Cambridge in London instead. Let's send them to England. Let's send them to Toronto. Let's send them to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Get them the hell out of America. Because every university that's getting defunded by the Trump administration that wants to take over the curriculum of every university, parents internationally are going, you can play all the political games you want with these universities, but my kid will not be part of it. Because on my child's resume, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when the child graduates with a master's and is applying for a job in Zurich, Switzerland, with a pharmaceutical company, and on the resume it says they went to Harvard, they went to Columbia, they went to various institutions that did or did not comply with the Trump thing, especially the ones who did comply. That resume is a bag of garbage. And parents are going, I'm spending $100,000 a year for my kid to go to a 5-year program in the United States in order to graduate with a useless document that no institution around the world will recognize as legit because it's all politically dominated. Whoa, wait a minute. I got 3 kids. I got to dump $1.5 million on my children's education. Again, I'm talking about the well-to-do international parent. None of you, okay? They're not sending them here anymore. They're sending them back. This is going to cost the United States reputation Forget about dollars. The reputation of America is in tatters. Thank you, right-wing conspiracy theorists. Unbelievable. This is unthinkable 6 months ago. Unthinkable. It's going to get worse. Sorry to say, not good. So when foreign countries feel that their students aren't being well treated in America or are threatened with arrest by masked Gestapo gum-booted thugs, that's the impression they're getting. They're not going to send their kids. If tourists feel that coming to the United States means having to be interrogated by border officials, they're not even going to land at JFK. They're not even buying a ticket to New York City. Forget about it. They can go anywhere they want. They have the money to travel anywhere. I'll just go to Canada. Thank you. I'll see the Rockies in Calgary out of Western Canada rather than see the Rockies out of Denver. A mountain is a mountain, pal. There are beautiful national parks in Canada. Let's just do that instead. So bypassing America there. The other problem is going to become, unfortunately, for Americans. And this is the thing that has nothing to do with the stock market, but has everything to do with my viewers and any of your family members. It's when you travel overseas and don't feel welcome because of how they are being felt, how they feel they're being treated when they come to your country. And this is where American tourists, and American retirees, and American students on spring break, and a couple on a honeymoon are going to feel a bit queasy in certain places because this ain't pretty. When the tough guy in the White House plays tough guy, he upsets a lot of people quietly. They're not marching in the streets in Paris about this guy. They're not marching in London. They're not marching in Barcelona. They're just quietly going, oh yeah, this is how you treat us? Wait till you guys come over here. I'm sorry to say that is going to be a reality. It is only just beginning. Okay, this is going to be on for 5 years. The damage has been done, and the tsunami wave has been created in the ocean. It has been, the earthquake has happened over there. There's a tsunami wave coming, and it is made up of all kinds of the first wave, the second wave, and the third wave, and the fourth wave. This is going to be one ugly thing. And innocent, law-abiding, wonderful people in the United States are going to notice some ugly stuff. And your media, depending on who you watch, some of you watching certain media will try to protect you from the truth by glossing over it. But some of you will get the report from a friend of yours, someone you know personally that just got back from wherever and are telling you in private, you don't want to go to this place. You don't want to go there. You want to go there. We saw all kinds of stuff. Or we're talking to the locals from these other countries. They're not happy. Oh man, are they upset. Then you'll believe it. When you get it from a source you know is legit. But hey, that's down the road. I'm just your pal. I'm your friend. Believe it or not, I'm your best friend trying to tell you this ain't good. And it can't get better fast enough. But unfortunately, with JD as your VP, mucking it up, and with Hegseth, your defense guy, mucking it up, with your Justice Department, mucking it up, with it's just one clown show after the other. The outside world is going, what's wrong with these guys? They used to have their act together. They don't have their act together. It's not good. I'm just a guy. I'm a finfluencer. Trying to tell you economically it's going to be rough. And the markets are not happy right now. We're down 300 points on the Dow, which is a fraction of the hate that you're going to see. This could be an ugly day, and it could be an ugly week this week. We're down 56 points on S&P. We're down 254 on NASDAQ, which is 1.4%, the worst market of the three. Gold is up to $3,422. It's $100 a week now. Like it's up $93 an ounce today. Gold is up $93 an ounce. Silver is up. Crude is down 164. It's not pretty. It's just not pretty. Looking at the most actives, or looking at our favorites out there, we're underwater on a bunch of stocks. The good news is the Rocket Labs, the SoFis of the world, and even GameStop are not going to do badly. Even Spire. Corporately, they're going to be fine. They're not caught in the tariff game. Launching satellites into space with a $5, $6, $7, $8 billion backlog of orders is not a bad place to be. SoFi, with its fantastic business without a single branch in a single city in a single state. Wow, are they laughing? SoFi is going to make a lot of viewers around here very, very wealthy. The stock at 1085 is only down 14 cents. It's not falling off the end of the world here. GameStop, 6.2 billion cash in the bank. Thank you very much, GameStop, for being cash rich. Still down 21 cents, even though Bitcoin is up this morning. Go figure. Spire, monitoring satellites, they're the only problem. But the stock's 832, so it's on sale. No, the stocks to worry about, the ones to wonder about, are your Magnificent Seven to start. Let's start with those guys. Apple's down 505 today. They have a China problem. They sure do. I've talked about it only a million times. Tesla has a China problem. Go figure. They got a European problem. They have a Canada problem. They have a Mexico problem. They have an image problem. Yeah, Tesla has issues. They're down $10 a share. Microsoft, they have a problem. They produce their merchandise, design it, think about it out of the US, and then they try to export these software packages and everything around the world, and they're going to get tariffed big time. That's not good. Down 386. Google, they got a problem. The Google, same thing. They've got a problem right now with the Justice Department about being broken up into smaller pieces, which could delay their problems. It could maybe make their stock go up a little bit if the thinking is they're going to break into 3 different pieces. But that's a multi-year issue. Amazon, yeah, they got problems. A shipping product around the world and into America from around the world, they got problems. This stock hasn't even begun to reflect their nightmare. NVIDIA, you know all about NVIDIA, and $98 a share, down $3 Friday, down $3.30 this morning. 153 for the high of the 52-week high. That was January. Yeah, they got a problem. It's called, we can't build a $500 billion factory fast enough in the U.S. to not get affected by tariffs. Yeah, they got a problem. Meta, the old Facebook folks, they've got all kinds of problems around the world. They've got all kinds of issues with respect to the trial going on right now in California, cornering too much of the social media market. I mean, these guys are all too big and could all fail. Not that they're going to go under and they're going to lose money. None of that. They all have to reorganize and restructure. And this costs something known as money. And that means there's not enough money to buy back enough stock to keep the stock from going down. And there will not be enough earnings for these Magnificent Sevens to justify their stock prices. And I have mentioned that a few million times to you about these guys are overpriced. And so call credit spreads. Easy money option writers. If you're here, I mean, I hate to beat the dead horse, but there's 233. There's a meter right here under my finger that I see. You don't see it. Your meter is probably down here somewhere, or is it down here somewhere? Somewhere around here, you guys see a meter telling you how many people are watching me right now. I see 234. You're an option writer. That's why you're here. You're thinking of becoming one, or you're already becoming one. You've started, and some of you are really into it. And you're saying to me, Uncle Bruce, baby, you just keep going. You just keep telling me what you're telling me. Keep talking like you're talking, because I believe all of it. You are right. I see it myself. I can verify virtually everything you're talking about. It's so obvious. Just do some homework and you'll find it. It's ugly out there. Call credit spreads are what you want to be writing, what you want to be doing on the Magnificent Seven. Where do you think these stocks are going to go? How naive are you to think that these stocks are going back to their all-time record highs by the summer. What planet are you on? What are you drinking? What are you smoking? What pills are you on? What kind of medication is your doctor giving you? I am certain that out of 228 people who are here, 225 of you understand, oh yeah, Bruce, you're right. These stocks are ripe for the picking. I can write call credit spreads that die, these options, 8 weeks or less, and I'll make money on every damn one of them. I'll write way out of the money calls. I'll write them and buy them, and I will make money on anyone I want. The question is to you, your question and your choice, your decision you have to make is how soon do you want options to die worthless or shrink so much that they're an easy buyback that will satisfy your greedy butt. How greedy are you? And how patient are you? And how risk adverse are you? Many questions you have to ask. And you've done this. You're doing this all the time. You're here. You're wondering, yeah, Uncle Bruce, I agree with you, man. Like I look at, I'm looking at Microsoft, and there's no way they're going to make the money they made last year. And next year, there's no way. And Apple and Google and Amazon. And yeah, I see other stocks that aren't going to make the money that they were hoping to make. So should I write credit spreads that are 1 or 2 or 3 weeks out? Should I take a strategy of writing 5-week out call credit spreads and closing the position out when they only have 3 weeks left to go? So I'm a 2-week turnaround person. I'm a 2-weeker. Every couple of weeks, I roll my positions that were 5-week positions and are now 3-week positions, and I create new 5-week positions, and then I do it again, and I do it again. I'm just milking this thing time and time again. Or am I doing weekly expiries? Am I doing expiries every Friday? Uncle Bruce, today is option write day. Today's the day I write credit spreads. I'll wait for the opening. I'll wait for the first hour. I'll wait 2 hours from now, because every hour I wait means an hour less of time that these contracts have to live. And I might write contracts that expire this Friday for a 3% return, a 4% return on my money, a 5%, an 8%, or whatever. How greedy are you? And where can you get the best possible price? And your strategy is, Uncle Bruce, I'm not waiting until Friday to let them die. No, come on, don't be silly. I'm writing contracts that die this Friday. I'm going to buy them back Wednesday. Thursday morning, I'm buying them back. I'm not even here Friday anymore. As a matter of fact, by Thursday, I'm writing next Friday's spreads. On the other hand, I might write Friday spreads on a whole bunch of stocks and a whole bunch of levels to shut them all down Wednesday or Thursday, and I'm taking the rest of the week off. And on next Monday, here we go again. I'm going to write contracts for Friday that have 4.5 days to live. There's a little premium in them because I'm really comfortable with this game. Now, some of you have decided, Bruce, this doesn't work for me on stock. I just don't want to get caught in one stock with one story, one surprise announcement, a stock split announcement, a stock buyback announcement, a special dividend out of left field, something the board of directors going to pull out of their magic little hat screws up my credit spread. Even though I'm ahead of the stock, I don't want to get caught in a rollover. But I tell you what, Uncle Bruce, I'm not afraid of this stock market. I'm not afraid of the S&P 500. That's not going anywhere. I'm not worried about the Qs. So I might go with the triple Qs or the SPY ETFs and write credit spreads on those. And then there are those of you who don't write 8-week credit spreads, 6-week credit spreads, 5-week credit spreads, 2-week credit spreads. You don't even write 1-week credit spreads. You guys take a look at SPY and triple Qs for expiry tonight. You're looking for 0 days till expiry contracts. You're looking to write contracts that die this Wednesday. You're only interested in being involved in a contract that has less than a week to go, days to go. and you're out in hours. You're out in 24 hours. You're out in 36 hours. There are those of you out there who have figured out, Uncle Bruce, I got X amount of money that I'm managing right now. And it's 50 grand. It's 100 grand. It's $1 million. I don't know, whatever the number is. And what I do, Uncle Bruce, is I don't use more than 5% of my cash in any one option trade. I have enough ammo, powder. I can write 15 positions at the same time that I can carry. And what I do is I write contracts that die today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on Qs, SPYs, and some stocks that die this Friday. That's all I do, Uncle Bruce. I am really short term here. I'm in to be out. I'm in to be out. And what am I after? Half my money. If I can pull 50% off on this trade, I'm out of here. Do I want to be a hero and give myself a gold medal for option writing excellence because I brought in 6% on my money and let it die worthless with all the stress between now and Friday night? What do I need that medal for? Why don't I just take 3.5%, 4% of the 6 and say, thank you, sir. I'll do another one of these for 2 and 3 days out. Many of you are doing that here. You're not telling me. You don't have to tell me. There's no confessional here. You make money where you make money. And I love you for it. And I am honored to have helped any of you out there make money in this market. That is what it's all about. And if you are sitting on stock, because you have to, in retirement accounts and so on, I love you too. If you can write right now on NVIDIA, last week, what was I telling you about last week? Wasn't the stock 110 last week? And I was talking about you could write 110 contracts. You could write 115s. You could write 120s all the way to January 26, for example, and bring in $20 a share for, I think there were $20 a share premiums, $21 a share premiums available for some of you at 110 a share last week when it was trading 112 or something like that. Where are we at now? 90 something, 98, what the hell ever it is to do it. Holy moly macaroni. Well, there's opportunity this week. I mean, yeah, hey, no kidding, Sherlock. You're sitting there going, yeah, Bruce, there are opportunities here. NVIDIA at 98.22. You know, I could buy back the calls I wrote last week in my retirement account, in my 401k, my IRA, my RRSP, whatever. I brought in, though, I did that. I did bring in $21, Bruce. I had cash lying around. I bought stock at 110. 111, 112, and I wrote 110s, 115s, 120s, and I brought in a huge amount of money on contracts. And now, this week, the stock is down. What do I do now? Well, the first thing you do is you take a look at those contracts you wrote last week, and you're thinking to yourself, you know, Uncle Bruce, these contracts are nowhere near what I kind of got for them. And they really got the crap kicked out of them, I noticed. The 120s closed at 11.80, and they're probably going to be about $10 this morning. So that's like half what they were. The one, or maybe not half what they were. The 15s are down to 13. They're probably going to be down to 11. The 10s are down to, what were they? 15.38. They're probably going to open at $12.50, $13. So I am up dollars, $7, $8, $6, $7, $8, $9 a contract. What do you think I should do? Well, you know what you could do is you could buy back the 110s. And turn around and write 105s and collect another $4 on those additional premium. Or you could write 100s and bring in $17 for those and add $5, $6, $7 to your pocketbook. Or you want to get greedy. Some of you do. You love being greedy. You might go out till June 26. Go to June's, and you might turn around and say, I'm going to write June contracts. I'm going to take the premium off of these guys because the 110s or 15s or 20s I wrote have backed off dramatically. I want to add $5, $6, $7 into my pocket. And so you might take 120s that you wrote and buy them back for Jan 26 and write 115 June 26s. You might do that. Take the extra cash. Now, those of you who wrote cash secured puts last week, you're sitting there going, Uncle Bruce, I wrote cash secured puts on NVIDIA. I wrote 90s or I wrote 80s. for Jan 26. I brought in a ton of money on those. You know what you get to do today? You get to do this. You wrote SoFi $20 January 26 contracts. You know what you're doing today? Right here. You're just sitting here. What you don't want to be doing is you don't want to be using the capital every dime you got in premium and writing something else and being fully leveraged out with all the premium money you got. You really don't want to be doing that. And you shouldn't have been doing that. You know you shouldn't be doing that. You should be sitting on a dry powder position. You're sitting here going, oh, I'm going to get exercised on SoFi at $20. I'm going to get exercised on NVIDIA $100 calls or puts. I don't think you're getting exercised on $100 puts today on NVIDIA. Those of you who wrote 90s or 80s, you're not getting exercised on NVIDIA. We're at $98. Those puts are still out of the money. No, you sit here like this and earn daily interest on the money you've been hauling in. That's what you are doing. You're going to take daily interest and keep enjoying the daily interest. You're going to allow SoFi to release their earnings next week. You're going to allow Anthony Noto for days to have interviews. You're going to allow SoFi to make a bunch of corporate announcements next week after the earnings are released. You've got to give them another week of time. You've got to let them be SoFi, because right now they're in a blackout period. You've got to let them be SoFi. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a SoFi annual meeting coming up here too, and that'll be a lot of press and a lot of hype. I don't see a lot of downgrades to $5 a share being produced by hedge fund operators and analysts. Saw one last week and a half, $8. Idiot. But I don't see more of that. That's where I'm at. Welcome to the party, pal. Stock Jockey got it right first thing this morning. Welcome to the party, pal. Richard's here, Deep Value. Murray Harvey, welcome, my friend, to the program. Nice to have you with us this morning. Hector, number 10, good morning, everybody. Jeff, good morning, all. Let's get some cash. Murray, hi, Bruce. I've been enjoying your live casts for a while now. Starting slowly with cash covered puts, and then we'll do covered calls. Following your suggestion, mostly cashed up. Nice going. Andre, welcome. Bongiorno. US dollar down, Treasury down, gold and Bitcoin up, Powell under pressure. Tom Kaufman, hello. Jeff Glass, waving. James the Mystery Tree, I'm number 22. Aurora, good morning, I'm number 24. Andre Delatorre is in the house. We open in 11 minutes, kids. We're only down 11 cents on GameStop, by the way. Have you noticed that? Down just 11 cents. Very nice. Charlie is in the house. Rice is in here. Mr. P is here. Good morning, everybody. Charlie here. The Big E is in the house. Beach Boy, there's nothing to see here. There's nothing to see here. Jeff, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for getting rid of the shills. Let's get some cash. We don't want shills around here. Morning, Touchgrass, good morning, everybody. The Pope died, yes, unfortunately. Doug Kubler, number 48, Crazy 49ers here. Doug, long live the Pope. Crazy 49er, sorry, the laugh I was about member only. It's okay, Crazy. We're not making fun of the Pope dying. We're not doing it. Jeff Glass, hoping for SoFi earnings pop so I can get some recovery on my deep in the money calls. If we get a pop, I guess I'm going to cut my losses. You get a pop in the stock. What do you think a pop is? Do you think a pop is from $10 to $12 or from 11 to 13.50? I'm looking for new highs. I'm looking for mid-20s by summer. I don't know what you're thinking about. I don't know where people around here, some people, I'm not all. Some of you are thinking, oh, it gets to 14, 15. I'll be happy with that. I won't be happy with that. That's not reflective of the value of this company. What would reflect the value of SoFi and its pending earnings, the second quarter and third quarter of this year, mid-$20 stock. I haven't changed my tune on this thing. The market, though, has had a few obstacles thrown in the way of it lately, not because of SoFi's underperformance as a corporation. It has nothing to do with where these stocks are. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Jeff, I know SoFi isn't directly affected by the tariffs, but the tariffs are likely to drag the economy and the entire market down for the foreseeable future. I think they'll be big. Think again, Chester. That's not the way to look at it. But then I've already made my point. Dude, good morning. Mandu number 5. Hello there, number 65. Swear, Uncle Bruce, have you seen that YouTube makes this transcript from most of your videos? Apparently they have. I heard the word. I don't care. I do. I don't. There are shorts out there apparently that can be done by people, and I can't control a lot of stuff that happens on YouTube. I just can't, and I keep asking myself, why am I here? Should I go somewhere else? Should I just go to Patreon and do my broadcasts from there? Should I go to Slack? Should I go to Switch or Twitch, or I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't get paid a lot to be here by YouTube. Double D, good morning, everybody. Alberto, good morning. Bagel Gang, it's time to go, baby. Jeff, seems PepsiCo could come up with an accounting scheme where they sell the concentrate to themselves at a loss and avoid big tariffs. They're smarter than me. They'll figure something out. Or they just pay the Trump bribe. Larry, good morning, everybody. I'm number 75 today. Bobby, oh boy, that poll question is going to trigger up some folks. Crazy 49er, oh, now they want to wear masks. Crazy Bobby Atkinson, Uncle Bruce went members only quick today. That's right. I'm not here to talk politics and argue with Kool-Aid drinkers. I just don't have time. I don't have the energy to do it. I'm not here for a fight. I'm just trying to tell you what's going on in the world, and you got to believe it or not. That's all. That's it. 234 of you answered the question of the day. Trump is blowing it. Yes or no? That's all I want to ask you. Trump is blowing it. Yes or no? 69%. Yeah, he's blowing it. 239 people. Yeah. 31%. Oh no. All is well. Everything is fine in the garden. All is well in the garden. Okay. Crazy 49er, the Harvard letter story is funny. Oh, that wasn't supposed to be sent to you. Basically blame the intern strategy. That's happening at the Pentagon. That's happening everywhere. Yes, those cabinet members, they're the best. Crazy 49. If that fails, we got hacked. Flint Creek, if I were a college age, I would go to a country where tuition is free and a stipend is paid to the student. Norway is one country that does this. I have friends who have done this. AJ, do you think the Pope Francis death will affect anything? I haven't thought about it. No, sorry, probably not. You asked the other day how much we had made in options premiums this month. I did the numbers during the weekend, Turns out, as of April 17th, I had made $1,627 for the month, almost $100 a day. And I don't think AJ has $1 million account. Something tells me AJ is not one of those humongously sitting on $1 zillion. I think AJ is quite impressed with his performance for what amount of capital he has going or she has going on. You gotta love it. I love it. Crazy 49er, where are you parking your powder? Henry, hi, Uncle Bruce. KO Tick financial performance looks very strong. KO Tick, I don't know what that means. What do you think for writing contract? I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what you're talking about. AJ, crazy 49er. Me, sadly, that's the one thing I haven't figured out yet. I keep it all of it in options. Wish it was like Fidelity with the 4% on cash tied up. Stephen, 108 thumbs up this morning. Good morning. I will miss travel show this evening. Gotcha. Cutting Edge Flicks number 60. Good morning, everybody. Neat. Crazy 49er. It was a general question to all from me. Just saying. Thank you, those of you who have commented this morning. I know we don't have as many comments this morning as usual because you have to pay to play today. You have to be a member. And if you're not a member, you can't make a comment. Although if you're not a member and you want to send me a super chat or a super sticker, $1, $2, $1,000, $5,000, gleefully accepted. Although any donation over $20, send it on to my PayPal account. I get 97% of that. Well, 96% of that. You send me a super chat, I only get 70 cents on the dollar. YouTube takes the rest. But if you want to make a comment, a couple of bucks, comment all you want. It'll be up to you. But I know there are people who will not pay a dime to let their thoughts be heard. But that's okay. I'm not taking it personally. Thank you all for joining me. Zed, number 120, buddy. You've got 120 thumbs up so far. Thank you all for helping out with the thumbs up meter. If you can find it and you can hit it for us, I would very much appreciate it. I doubt we'll get anywhere near 200 today because with the poll question as it is, I am certain I have upset enough people who have come in here, read that question, put their answer, and have left. There you go. 245 have hit the answer, and there's 253 watching. So maybe most of you are here. That would be great. 69% say yes, Trump is blowing it. You're right. He is blowing this. 31% say no, he's on the perfect track to greatness. He is a genius behind the scenes. There's nothing to worry about here. We'll be just fine. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Okay, welcome all to the program. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's see how it goes. Thank you for joining me today from wherever you are on the planet. We're trying to figure out how the market's going to open up in 3 minutes, see what's going on today. There are issues out there. The big one right now really is the American dollar. That is the vote of the world regarding the U.S. situation. This is the report card. It's a daily indicator of the world's opinion of what they think about America's stability, the American economy, policies, and what have you. And it is unmistakable that the value of the American dollar has been badly affected in the last while, and it continues to deteriorate, let's say. The euro is at 115.10. The yen is down to 141. The pound is up to 133.9. That's almost 134 on the pound at the moment. The crypto market is better. Bitcoin is up $2,400 per coin at 87,107. That's 2.9% improvement in Bitcoin. The VIX is up 252 at 32.17. That's negative for stocks, which shows why the futures right now showing the Dow down 349 with 2 minutes to go, down 61 points on the S&P, and NASDAQ down 282. The Dow is down 0.88%. NASDAQ is 1.15% lower, 1.15. The NASDAQ 1.53% lower. So it's double the Dow, practically close to double the Dow. So the Dow should be off almost 700. Gold is now 101 an ounce higher. It is at $34.29, up $101 an ounce. That is one area U.S. dollars are going to. Gold fire. Funny enough. So out of equities, out of bonds, into gold. Kind of interesting. Silver up to $33.03. It's up 56 cents today. Crude oil down 163, 63.05 in Texas. So the price is hovering in the low 60s. And to me, I think that is being held up artificially there. I think it can go lower yet, but I'm not sure if it's being allowed to do so. There might be a lot of hedge funds that are pretty heavily exposed. Brian, I am number 125. Good morning. Henry T, that was Coca-Cola. Karen 125. Brian, I can't believe that poll question has 30% saying no, everything's fine. Mind-blowing. Brian, discounts today, please. Zeta Estate, will NVIDIA hit 200 or will SoFi hit 20 first? Which is going up, one or the other? Two completely different businesses in completely different worlds, have nothing to do with the other. But that's a fun question. You can play that one yourself. It might be a poll question someday. Richard Carlin, neat. Charlie, I hope it's a close race between NVIDIA and SoFi. Said, I'm invested in both, so let's go. Larry Titus, Uncle Bruce, the bells have been rung. And the time for fun has just begun for another week of rocking markets. Welcome. Thank you. Larry. We're here. I'm a finfluencer. I'm a finfluencer. That's what they call guys like me and girls like me. Finfluencers. Your local Uncle Bruce Finfluencer is here at your service to give you my opinion on what I think is going on. One, neat. Brian, GameStop is green, baby. Let's go to the moon. Let's rock. Yeah, baby. Welcome to the party, pal. We're up 3 cents on GameStop. Let's go to the moon. MSTR Strategy Incorporated is up 9.36. Okay, let's go higher, please. SoFi's up a nickel. How about that? 11.02. You doubters. SoFi's going up. ASTS down 45. Rocket Lab down only 14 cents. GameStop's up a dime now. Here we go. MSTR up 9.36. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome from around the world. It's lovely to have you all with us this morning. And I just want you kids to get richer. Nothing personal. And I just want you to get richer. Those of you who have liquidated your stocks, written cash secured puts, taken a portion of your capital and are writing credit spreads, call credit spreads on the Magnificent Seven and on the markets, I congratulate you. Those of you who are really on top of this market, you're full-timers now. You quit your day jobs. You're not going back. You are working from home, but you're really doing this. I congratulate you, and well done those of you who have put on iron condors. You've written SPY or triple Q call credit spreads. You've written call credit spreads on Apple and on Amazon and Google and Facebook and Microsoft and Tesla. You've done the call credit spread game there. You're also doing put credit spreads. Now, you do not have to do put credit spreads that die on the same day that the call credit spreads. But if you don't, then you have two separate positions, two different expiry dates, and margin required for each or capital required for each side. However, if you are on top of this market and you have written call credit spreads here, and the stock was here when you did it, okay, and then the stock went here, you might be moving your call credit spreads a little closer to the market, just $5 or $10 because the stock has given you that much room. And now you're looking at put credit spreads underneath it because you're beginning to notice resistance and a little recovery. You might be now writing put credit spreads to bring in a secondary credit. And if you need to roll your call credit spreads further away from a rising market, you're using put credit spread income, same expiry, to afford the cost of rolling up your call credit spreads. This is where you full-timers kick ass against the entire market and you outperform your fellow option writer because you're full-timers. You're in front of the screen all the time. You see the patterns. You see the flows. You're watching the markets, the stocks in the markets. You're reading the news flow, getting some information from this old man, and you're now targeting returns for your capital. And I cannot be more proud, cannot be more pride. Oh boy, am I pumped for you guys. I'm really excited. Anyway, there you go. How you doing? I'm a finfluencer. How about that? Followers of finfluencers have caught finfluenza. I can't go to work. I've got finfluenza. I feel like an upcoming petfluencer. Splair, by the way, you can still see me with Splair TV in the name. On comments, I appear lately as Rodent on the Road. Rodent on the Road. Sundance. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. I'm German. And ask me, why is this great country turning around to a Nazi thing? What the hell's going on? Why is nobody fighting the rights of freedom? I love your opening speeches, laughing out loud. Thank you, Sundance, so much. I love Germany so much. My mother was German. My father was German as well. He was originally Lithuanian, but became a German in the mid-30s, I think it was. I've got the papers at home from all this stuff that he gave me. Unbelievable. And my mom and dad met in West Germany after the war. They met each other, and well, what can I say? Here I am. Fantastic. I love going there. A crazy 49er. I didn't quit. I was laid off. I've made more money in the last 2 months than I would have at the job. Now we're talking. These are the kind of people I live for stories like this. I live for this sort of stuff. When viewers tell me, I wasn't going to quit my job, but they laid me off. They bought me out. They told me to get lost. And I went, oh, okay, well, she shed a tear. Sad. I think I'll hang out with Uncle Bruce all day long and I'll make money there. And let's see how it goes, whether I go back or not. And a few months later, someone isn't going back to any job whatsoever. You gotta love this. I love it. Splayer James of the Misty Tree. I always think all about the influenza illness. Brian, I got NVIDIA for $98.76. I just bought it. $98.76. Wow. $98.24 right now. It's even lower. Unbelievable. B Tizzle. Nice, Brian. Now you can maybe, is that in your RRSP? You can write an option on it. AJ, yes, Splayer TV. Brian, I got another one for, oh, you're buying one at a time. Okay, 98.51. Brian, come to me. Splayer, when Uncle Bruce is reading me as Splayer, then I feel good here. Splayer, thanks, AJ. Brian, 98.26, smiling. Giddy up. The Dow's down 486, S&P down 72, NASDAQ down 285. This is the opening 5-10 minutes. Welcome to the beginning of the party. GameStop is now down 23 after opening. SoFi is down 1 penny right now. Welcome to the program. VIX is up 254. Gold is up 95.90, and oil down $1.49 to 63.19. There you go, Brian. 97.51. I love sales on the biggest company in the world. I gotta love this. Give me your stock at cheap price. I'll put in stink bits and I'll get it 98.26, 98.51, 98.76. All these odd numbers. 97.51. I'd give it to me at these stupid numbers. Stink bit buyer. Well done, my friend. It's when you start buying hundreds and then writing options against them. That's when you're going to make some serious money. But it's coming. It's coming. It's going to be there. Giddy up, everybody. We're up a penny on SoFi again. Oh, my goodness. Welcome to the show from wherever you are around the planet. Very much love the fact that you're here with us. 259 people have voted on my question of the day. And now 70% say Trump is blowing it. Only 30% say he's not blowing it. Interesting pattern to this questionnaire. Hey, let me know your thoughts. You got the guts to answer that question? I had the guts to post it today. But hey, let me know what you think. 259 of you have responded. 140 thumbs ups have come in. Thank you for that. That's gutsy. That you've given me 140 thumbs ups on, first of all, a down day, and with what's going on out there in the world we live in. 257 people are here watching live. Welcome all to the program. It's nice to have you here. Try to find ways to make you richer and guide you. I'll do what I can for you. Thank you again for joining me from around the world. 261 votes now. Here we go. A couple more have come in. 70% say, yeah, he's blowing it. Trump is blowing it. This is not looking good. Yeah. You remember that scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first movie? At the very end of the movie, Brody and Indy are talking to these two government guys who've taken possession of the Ark. And well, where is it now? Oh, it's with our top people. Well, who are they? Oh, they're the top people. The top. They're with the top people. That's all you need to know. The top people. Well, right now, how do you feel about your top people? How's that working out for you? The top people are now in charge of this economy. Apparently, although if the economy goes badly, I'm still told it's Biden's fault. But if the economy miraculously turns around and does great, it's all these new policies from the top people. But everything bad is Sleepy Joe, that corrupt president, Oh, man. Beach Boy, there's nothing to see. No dictatorship at all, nowhere. Meanwhile, NVIDIA cash secured puts Jan 26 at 976 average. Autocracy is good for options writing. Nothing to see here. And all is well in Israel. all is well in Russia, all is well in Ukraine, all is well in Iran, all is well in China. There's no problems anywhere. All's well in America. Everything's fine. There's nothing wrong anywhere. It's okay. Oh, that blood over there. Don't worry. We got a guy with a hose coming. He's going to wash that away. We just wash it away. Don't worry. There's nothing to go about your business. Enjoy yourself. Splair, no matter what politics are doing, the granddaughter from Trump, Kaya Trump, looks really good. But that's just me with brown eyes. Who likes your brown eyes, a natural social media style? That's just me, Splair saying. That's all that is. Yeah, I'm just saying, he says. Well, I don't want to offend anyone. Oh, you're talking politics now. But it's pretty obvious this administration is doing a really bad job with the economy. But I don't want to offend anyone. Samuel, is that a political statement? I mean, you can get yourself in trouble with that, you know. If you're a university student, you could be in trouble with that green card of yours, you know. Splair, I stopped to care about politics unless there's something predictable for the market. Well, there you go. Just welcome to the party, everybody. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you here. We're down 453 points on the Dow. There's nothing wrong. Nothing. It's only 1.2%. What's wrong? S&P down 1.3 at 70, and the Nasdaq down 168, down 273 points. There's nothing to worry about. Everything will be fine. Look at the good side. You're sitting on a 10-year-old Ford F-150. You paid $50,000 for it 10 years ago, you know, and it's worth $20,000 today. What's the problem? You still got 40 cents on the dollar. A brand new F-150 that you want to buy to replace the one you have, $85,000. It's going to soon be $110,000, which means yours might be worth $22,000. You're making money on your old truck. Is there something wrong with that? Everything's fine. There's no problem. Of course, if you want to get a deal on a vehicle, you might want to look at the U.S. government. I'm not sure where this will happen. I guess it'll be auction houses across the United States. There's probably going to be a bunch of auctions in the next 3 to 6 months where the U.S. Department of the Interior and the requisition departments or whatever, they're going to be offloading a whole bunch of stuff that Trump is making them get rid of. Now, I'm not sure. I thought I heard 55 to 60,000 electric vehicles have been purchased by the U.S. government in the last 2 years. They're all being dumped. And all those electric charging stations that they installed in all these Department of the Interior government buildings and stuff, they all have to be ripped out. They all have to be disconnected. Well, there might be a lot of stuff for sale from the government at super cheap liquidation prices. So you might get your hands on a Ford F-150 electric truck, or maybe you can get your hands on a Tesla, or I don't know, some other electric vehicle that the government of the United States has. Rivian trucks or Lucids, or I'm just a guy. I'm just asking. What do you think? Do you think you'd be able to get a deal? Gotta think that some of these auctions could be some deals out there. I really wonder. I don't know. Anyway, I love it when someone says, I don't want to offend anyone. But Mike H., you guys just don't see it yet. Trump is playing 4D chess here. He's a savant. He's a genius at another level. He's an absolute god. Honestly, I still don't know how he thinks Trump's tariffs are going to work. Tom, I have been a member of this channel for 14 months. Tesla, $290 to $300 credit spreads. Is this a good idea before earnings? May 23rd expiry. You might be pretty safe up there. Yeah, you might be very safe. I hope it's a nice credit for you. Might be some fun there. Splair, I believe the chess play style, but anyways, healthier to not care, except affect some finances. Mike H., I was 100% joking about the chess, you know. He's playing shoots and ladders. That's what he's doing. I was kidding about that 4-level chess, Bruce. I really was. Oh, my gosh. Welcome everyone to the program. Let's leave it at that. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what else is going on here. The Dow is now down 502. SoFi is up 5 cents at 11.02 a share. ASTS down to $1.05. Rocket Lab down 38. GameStop down 43 cents, and MSTR is up 460. MicroStrategy. AI down 21 cents. Super Micro down 83. Nvidia down 385. Tesla down 1266. I think those 290 300s look pretty good. Pretty good. I think so. Welcome, everybody. Spiders are down 7.33. The Qs are down 7.39. Palantir's up $1.07. Costco down $5. Coinbase up $1.24. Smart Rent at 78.6 cents. Man, oh man, what do you do? Google down 3.32. Apple down 4.25. Broadcom AVGO 165.98 down $5. Call credit spreads. Microsoft down 5.82. Intel down 11. Earnings come out this week on Intel. Netflix up $27, $1,000 a share. Meta down 13.30. EI Lilly down 5.28. Amazon down $5.27. Call credit spreads. There they are. Bobby, I just hope he starts playing sorry soon. Wing Commander, I wrote some SoFi $11 cash secured puts last week for 34 cents. I got assigned over the weekend. Should I sell the stock and just rewrite? Uncle Bruce, what do you think I should do? Well, you were made to buy them at $11 a share, right? They're trading at 11.04 now. So you're up 6 cents on the stock. So did you mind? You know, you didn't pay $11. You ended up paying $10.66 for an 11.04 stock. If you sell them at 11.04, you're going to make the profit of 38 cents less commissions on the sale, taking the cash back, and then you could write $11 cash secured puts for, or 12s. So you could do that. I wouldn't write calls. I'd write cash secured puts if I'm doing anything. So really, thank you. May I have another? Away you go. Nothing wrong with this trade. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Yeah, 11.02, 11.04 a share. Thank you, SoFi. Dow's down 500 points and SoFi is up 2 cents. Does that register with anyone here? Are you beginning to figure this out that, SoFi is not dropping like everybody else is dropping? Why is that? Oh, well, there's earnings coming up next Tuesday morning. Pre-market. Noto is going to be on the air all next week. 1 plus 1 plus another one. Stock's up. We're up 9 cents now to 11.06. Maybe Wing Commander will let the stock just go higher. Maybe he'll just say, I'll let the stock go up to a higher level, and I'll do something else. Maybe I'll write 12s. I want to write out of the money or in the money puts. I want a bigger premium. Maybe I'll write 12s. Maybe I can write 12s for January 26, take in a couple of bucks, and let the stock go to 13 this week if that's what I want. So it's now up 6, 7, 8 cents a share. Maybe I'll do that. Wing Commander, you're in a pretty good spot here. I think you're in pretty good spot. Wing Commander also said that he's playing 5D chess according to Fox News. I'm still trying to figure out how that's supposed to work. I'm probably too stupid to understand. They're hoping that the folks at Fox are hoping you're stupid. Wing Commander, I've been a member for 44 months, anniversary time. Thank you, Wing Commander, so much. We did memberships March 16th, 2021. We started doing memberships. Wow, that's unbelievable. How long ago was that? I just hope he starts playing sorry soon. There you go. Thank you, Splair. And Bobby, thank you. Okay, 49er, I need to pull some profits out and go get me a Finance Bro vest. finance romance. We're down 511 points on the Dow Jones. We're down 73 on S&P. We're down 283 on NASDAQ. We're up 264 on the VIX, which is now 32.29. Gold up $99.60 an ounce. And we're down 163 on oil. There you go, kids. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Wing Commander, for letting me know how long you've been a member. Thank you to Tom, letting me know how long you have been a member of the show. Thank you all so very much. Appreciate all of this. Those of you who have been kind enough to join us and upgrade your memberships. Those like Murray. Thanks, Murray Harvey, for being here. Appreciate you. Fabulous. We love it. Love the members here. It's a bigger, growing family all the time. Love you. Thank you all so very much for joining us. Another fun day in paradise, let me tell you. Oh, my goodness. Thanks again for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for becoming members and joining the party. 278 people have decided to join the question of the day. I do appreciate that. That's a pretty nice number. We have 146 thumbs ups today. Thank you for that. Beautiful stuff. 70% of the folks who answered the question of the day are saying yes, Trump is blowing it. 30% say no. So there you go. Oh my. What would happen to the U.S. political scene, the political world, if November next year, when the midterms elections come in and it goes 70-30 against the Republicans for all the House seats that are up for election and the Senate that are up for election? You might have a supermajority for Democrats on the Senate. I don't know for sure, but certainly would go to the Democratic side. The House would certainly go Democratic. What's the margin of error for Republicans? Is what, 4 seats, 5 seats, 4 seats? I mean, if you went 50 seats to the Democrats in the House and you shifted 10 seats in the Senate, and they went from -4 to +6 for the Democrats, oh my God. America would change overnight. It would be unbelievable. And then the campaign would be on for president for 2 years. Oh my God. It's going to be nuts. Brian says, Uncle Bruce, I have some $120 covered calls on NVIDIA that expire Jan 26. Now, I got $15.40 for those. Now they're going for $10.25. Should I buy back or just fold my arms? What do you think I should do on these? The only reason you would buy back is to score the gain and rewrite another set of contracts for more money. In other words, it's a cash build, right? So if you were to do, put in a stink bid at 1505 or 1480 or 1465 or something like that, and score these back, and then turn around and write 115s for Jan 26. They're $5 closer. You'd probably get, what, $3 more for those? I can't be sure. I'll take a look at the option strategy here with what I have, and the quality of my quotes could be subject here, so you're gonna have to forgive me for this. Don't be mad at me if I'm way off on the numbers, but I'm gonna look at these numbers that are about 10 minutes old. Let me see if I can get this up here. 120s for January. What are they going at now? Did you say January's? What am I missing here? What are you talking about? Jan 26 NVIDIA's. 120s. 120s. Hey, we're on 1025. You're right. I'm sorry. What am I thinking about? Yeah, you're not. Ignore my comments about buying them back at $14. What the hell am I talking about? Of course, they're trading at 10 something. They're at 10.25 to 35 right now. Last at 10.34, according to my system. The way these are going, they're going to break $10. You might want to put in a stink bid at 9.55 and see if you can get them down there. Can you scoop them back at 9.55? Turn around and write 115s. Now, they were last showing at 11.80, 11.95. If you can buy the first batch at 9 something and get $2 more for these, maybe you'll do that. Yeah. Yeah, well, the stock's down 440 at the moment, as far as I can tell. I'm going to imagine that these contracts are now probably under $10. They've got to be probably around 9.90 to 10.10, somewhere in that neighborhood. At 97.01 on the stock, these 120s are certainly going to be under more pressure. So they're probably going to be now under 10. And maybe the 115s will hold 11 and a half. And so if you can get a spread of 250 or more on a rollover, then that's an extra 250 in your pocket from a rollover, but you've scored the gain from 1540 to say let's say it was 940, just a nice round number. You made $6 on this in compensation to then add 250 more in additional cash to the rollover. You might do that. And if the stock wants to go higher, don't worry about it, because you're written 115s, and the stock's going to have come a long way higher for you to have any issue on the 115s. And if necessary, and I know what you can do with those 115s. You can roll them to 120s, 125s to June of next year, and easy roll up if you had to. But I don't know if that's going to be the issue right now. So yeah, maybe, hey, take a look. Christina, hey, good morning. I forgot there was a show. I'm still off work. This holiday thing is screwing me up. Question for you, Uncle Bruce. I still have 12 of the $20 SoFi cash secured puts that expired Jan 26. And I got $552 for those. I'm down about 68% now that they're trading for $930. Do you think I should roll them, or should I just wait? Well, the stock today has been threatening to go up, even with the Dow off 577 points. I think you sit back, do nothing. Just sit back. That's what I've been saying all morning before you came on here. Do nothing. Let the shares go to 12, 13, 14, 15. They get into that 14 level, the book value on your contracts are $6. They'll have a $1.50 book value, a time premium on them. They'll be like, what, $7.50? Sort of, maybe less. They're shrinking. You got the cash. Sit on the dough and do nothing. Yeah, just nothing. Savage Wall Street, Christina, there's so much time on those. Earnings are soon. Why don't you just wait and see what the earnings say? Gives you better clarity. Crazy 49er. Christina, I'm in the same boat. I'm folding my arms. Tom, Christina, I have 30 of those. I'm just folding my arms. And there you go, right there, across the board. Andrea, hey, Uncle Bruce, today I'm planning to close at a 55% profit, a 600 to 605 call credit spread on Meta that I wrote 6 days ago. Jen is going nice. 485 on the stock, down $16. And I'm about to close the 660, 665 call side of an iron condor on Meta at a 95% profit. Yes, do that and create new credit spreads, call credit spreads at lower prices for sure. On Meta now, 485 a share, 570s, 560s. Shop it out and see what you can do. Nice job, Andrea. Nice job. You guys want to learn how to make money like Andrea? There are classes available on my website. Get off your duff and take them. They're on sale. I don't know how much easier I can make this. It used to be so much easier. I don't know. Here it is right here. Get 4 for the price of 3 for $5.99 US. We'll send the funds to paypal.com. The link is down below. There you go. How much easier can I make this? Crazy 49ers. I have $12 puts and $15 puts on SoFi expiring Jan 26. And just keep that smile on your face, and you just keep those arms crossed right there. Enjoy the ride. Andrea leaving me with 480.75 put spread on the put side of Iron Condor on Meta. Yeah, we'll replace the calls with a lower set of calls, bring in more cash. And if you need to move your Meta lower, you'll get the cash to do that from the rolling down of your calls. Let's go, Andrea. Vilbus, I have a bunch of SoFi cash secured puts written from 10 to 20. I'm just sitting on them. There you go. Andrea, expiring in 23 days. You might do a roll today. It might work. Richard, good morning, Auntie Jen. Richard, a member for 49 months. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Christina, I recently sold or wrote 11 $11 SoFi cash secured puts that expire in May. I got 94 cents for these and I'm enjoying the time decay. I think I may like writing cash secured puts within a month of expiry, and there's nothing wrong with that. Jen, how are you? Richard says
Good morning,
hi.
Reggie.
Richie saying hi to you.
I heard him.
I heard him. Who's here? Katie, I slept in. Sorry, I'm late. Good morning, everyone.
Well, it's so hard.
Happy Easter to those who are celebrating. I know it's not easy. I was awake from 1 o'clock in the morning until 3:30 when the alarm went off. I was awake. I couldn't sleep well. Plus, our bed broke again.
I know.
That piece of shit bed we got.
I know.
We are so disappointed here. Uncle Bruce is disappointed. Hi, Auntie Jen. It'll be better if I have a bagel. A Willie. Thank God it isn't a wet Willie. Katie, hi, Auntie Jen.
Right now?
Oh, I'd love it right now. Yeah. Mandu number 5. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Morning, everybody out there. Jen and I hung out this weekend. Did we go anywhere? No.
Well,
We drove around
we
for.
do what we normally do. We kind of tootle around
Yeah.
to the old neighborhoods and look at
Yeah.
some of the original structures. And there isn't much of a gap between the old stuff and the new stuff.
Oh no. No.
It's like you cross the street, now we have huge new homes.
Yeah.
These cubic, modernistic looking things.
Yeah. This area
weird.
is so
It's weird.
amazing. This
This is in Palm Springs.
if you're in the valley here, from Palm Springs all the way east to Indio, if you're allowed to drive in neighborhoods, that are not gated, the houses look completely different from the curb than if you're in a neighborhood that is gated. Okay, gated communities look like homes that you would expect in suburbia around the country, where you have a driveway in the front with a garage, and you have a front lawn, maybe.
Circular driveway.
Or they have a circular driveway, or they have a desert landscape front yard, very, very attractive, very efficient, not using a lot of water. But if you're driving in non-gated, you're looking at homes that have walls in front of them. It is really sad, to be honest. I mean, as a Canadian, you just kind of go, wow. Just there's a lovely house behind a 6-foot wall that has been sort of put there as a security barrier. Wow, just wow. This is so not comfortable. That's the way I look at it. Which says to me, oh, you wouldn't want to buy here. You don't want to live here if every house has these front walls in front of it. Now, some say they're privacy walls. That's what it is, just a privacy wall. I think it's a privacy wall with the camera systems on it, a security feature. It's cinder block, or it's concrete filled cinder block, or it is steel beam filled cinder block, capable of withstanding more than just light, more than just someone climbing the wall, more than, say, a handgun fired at the front window. Not comfortable for Canadians to see this sort of stuff. It's just kind of like, ooh.
Some really beautiful architectural buildings.
Oh yeah.
We have like the house that cheats and makes the walls up on. It has a second floor because you can't have second floors here.
Certain communities will forbid it, or new restrictions on second floors for
earthquakes.
For many reasons, earthquakes and or
It's
for aesthetic and stuff. But communities around here that are not gated, depending on where you are, Boy, it looks like an encampment in some cases. Yeah.
I love seeing the old house. There's the house with the sails that he was the ice cream guy. The sails. This one is in
Yeah. Tasty Freeze.
Tasty Freeze. Yes.
Yeah. The Tamarask Country Club. There's a house around it with the fairway in the backyard. The front of the house is
Looks
one
like
of the most
sails.
striking houses. If you do a Google search for Tasty Freeze house in Rancho Mirage and hit images,
Yeah, I own
you'll
Tasty
pop
Freeze.
up this house and you'll go, oh, I've seen this house. You'll go, oh, I've seen this. I've seen a picture of this house before. It's been on Life magazine and others, Look magazine over the year. Architectural, stunning house from 1960, 62. But behind gated communities are now where the nice houses really end up. But that's this country, this area. And it's, for Canadians and for others, it's uncomfortable. It's also regrettable. That's the word, regrettable. Richard, thank you for being a member for 49 months. Appreciate it. And Christina, thank you for being here 36 months. I know it shows 36 months, but I took off a few when I made bad choices and I had to regroup. I didn't follow what Uncle Bruce said. I went in the casino, got caught with my pants down. Discipline and trading is hard and it's expensive. Katie, I love your perspective, Christina. We're only human. Beach Boy, nothing to see here, Anti-Gen. Absolutely nothing. Nope. No democracy for you. Next. No democracy for you. Christina, thank you, Katie. It was an expensive lesson. I lost well over 100 grand. I kept losing and doubling down to try to recover. It was my day trading account, so I felt like it could make another move to get myself back to the basics. I never did. I knew I had to walk away for a while and reflect on why I did what I did, and I knew what I knew I shouldn't do now. I now manage my retirement account, and I'm much more
Christina used to be a little too close to the fire.
Yes, this account feels like the future needs today needs to be disciplined. The future me needs to be more disciplined. Brian, NVIDIA and SMCI discounts for me today. Yahoo. Christina, I also took the time to develop a new way to manage money. I've been doing Dave Ramsey to get out of debt a little over a year. I've been able to pay off all credit cards. Always cards with zero interest. Beach Point, Christina was telling you that she got caught with her pants down and you didn't stop the show, Uncle Bruce. What's wrong with you? Christina, interest. So I don't pay interest, but I still need to pay. I still needed to pay. Katie, I appreciate your honesty and wisdom, Christina. We have been looking into Dave Ramsey here too. His teaching seemed to be very strict but helpful for us in debt. There you go. There you go. Key here is to make money here and learn how to manage it for your situation, your age, your family, where you live, how it works with your world, of course. Yes, indeed. Welcome all. We're down 670 down points, 1.7%. We're down 100 points now on S&P, 102 to be exact, down 1.94%. We're down 2.5% on NASDAQ, which is 408 points. The Dow should be down about 1,000 to match how bad it is at the NASDAQ. Down 211 on oil, 62.58. VIX is up 309 now to 32.74. Nothing, and I mean nothing, coming out of the White House is good. Have you looked for any good news out of there? There ain't no good news coming out of there. I don't know if you're getting the news out of there. What you're getting out of there and what's happening might not be the same thing. But again, if you drink the Kool-Aid, you're too drunk to know. So it's okay. Be drunk if you wish. Welcome to the program. We have 307 people who have answered my question of the day. Very brave of you to answer the question of the day. The question is, Trump is blowing it, yes or no? That's your question of the day. 71% say, yeah, he's blowing it. 29% are going, oh, no, all is well. It's fine. Oh, no, everything's fine, Bruce. There's no problem here. He's doing exactly what he has to do. He's getting rid of those illegals. It's great. These tariffs are a good thing for our country. Yes, we must create American factories to make things for Americans. And then we're going to sell those goods all over the world and let people buy things from factories where it's made in America by true patriot Americans only, and it'll be just great. 157 thumbs ups have come in, and those are the bravest people here today. The folks giving me a thumbs up. You guys have got guts giving me a thumbs up on a day like today where I have the audacity to ask a question. Trump is blowing it. How dare you, Uncle Bruce? How can you do such a thing? 308 votes, 71% say, yep, he's blowing it. What can I say? I'm just a guy in front of a computer asking you whether he's blowing it. I'm just. Thank you all, everyone. Susan Shops, number 154. Thank you. Christina, it was helpful to see what I was spending. My goal right now is to build up my savings, then save to put back in a day trading account again. I do well in the retirement account. Thanks to Uncle Bruce. There we go. Giddy up, kids. If we can get you growing your retirement accounts to the point where you go to work one day or you're at home one day, maybe a Saturday morning, and you're looking at your retirement accounts, you're looking at the value of your retirement accounts, and you're asking yourself, I just did my taxes for last year, and I had to fill in, how much I generated and what I paid and what I owe or what I'm getting back. And I'm looking at the scale. It tells me that if you make between this much and this much, you pay this much tax. And if you do this and I'm looking at these charts and I'm going, I make more money in my retirement account than I make working. My retirement account grew at a larger level, more money in there than I made gross last year. It gets to the point where you sit there and go, well, what's in the retirement account now is way more than I started with and way more than most of my coworkers, because we all kind of look at our retirement accounts together. Thank you, Auntie Jen. The bagel has arrived with grape jelly on it. And some of you are going, Uncle Bruce, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a loan on my house. I'm going to bring in $200,000 or $300,000. I'm going to do what I do in my retirement account with this money outside of a retirement account. I'm going to live off the money I make here to replace my paycheck, allowing my retirement account to just keep on growing. I'm going to make it worth multiple millions of dollars, and I'm going to make thousands of dollars a month doing what I do here, and I'm not working for anybody ever again. Welcome to the party, pal. I'm just trying to help you get there. Juan, bagel. Juan, I just bought 5 more NVIDIA for $96.36. They are just giving it to me, Uncle Bruce. They're just giving it away. Savage of Wall Street, so much winning, laughing out loud. Babe, sold one Rivian, $11 cash secured put, expires June for $1.22. So I can buy Rivian for under $10. Thank you. May I have another? Meanwhile, people in New York City are being kidnapped by men in plain clothes. What's going on over there? Crazy 49 is a trolling of MAGA working in factories making clothes is hilarious. Yes. We can't have immigrants do that work. It has to be law-abiding, honest Americans that need to get these factory jobs making T-shirts and sweat tops that will work for $5.50 an hour and shut the hell up about it. That's what we want. Jeff, the question and answers from the White House press pool have reached North Korea levels. Richard, bagel, Savage of Wall Street, no badge, no Miranda rights. They just grabbed a U.S. citizen without showing any ID or announcing themselves. Is there any due process anywhere? What the hell's going on in this country? In this country, what's going on? Yes, well, maybe you should get a job working for the Gestapo of this country. Maybe that way you'll feel safe. Maybe you should be one of the gum-booting people. Get your kids to become ICE officers so that you won't get, they can hold you safely. Oh, don't arrest my parents. We're with you. We're all part of the party. It's okay. I don't know. I'm just a guy in front of a computer. Just want you to get richer. This is great, Auntie Jen. Beautiful. Never a dull moment. Thank you all for joining us this morning. 216 of you are still here. We got a 700-point drop on the Dow. It's going to get worse. We're down 104 on S&P. We're down 398 on NASDAQ. It's going to be a bad week. I have a suspicion that for the week, it could be a bad week. Did you hear the story about the brand new Boeing 737? Got finished up, got built out, and was flown. I believe it landed in Hawaii, refueled, flew to Guam, landed there, got refueled again, then landed in China. I don't know where in China. It landed somewhere in China for delivery to the Chinese airline that ordered that plane. The Chinese airline rejected the delivery of the aircraft. The Chinese government said, "Take it back. We're not paying for it." So Boeing refueled the plane and at their expense flew it back to Guam, landed, refueled it, flew it to Hawaii, landed, refueled it, and flew it back to the Boeing plant in Seattle, Washington. And it is now parked, awaiting instructions to be flown for delivery to China, along with all the others. And these are orders from 5 years ago. These are orders that have come in years and years ago. Airlines order planes today for delivery 5 to 8 years from now on a scheduled basis. And the planes are coming off the assembly line. They're being built until the parts run out. And there's the issue with Boeing. Parts for planes are not only made in America. You might think that. You've been brainwashed to thinking that. That's not true. Interesting story this weekend. I'm just saying. Just saying.
I remember hearing, always look for the union label. Radio ads,
TV ads.
TV ads, and I think Walmart killed that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The birth of Walmart.
The union label ads. Look for the union label.
Always look for the union label.
Who paid for those ads? The union workers of America paid for those ads. Telling fellow Americans, the work clothes, the work boots, the hard hat, your t-shirt, your jeans, look for the union label. Those of you who are union workers for the auto business and the tire business and the air conditioning business and refrigerator building business, wherever you union workers are, look for the union label to buy made in America by union workers only. People couldn't do that anymore when Reagan got elected. When Reagan was brought in, by the time Reagan got in, it wasn't his fault. It was already happening under Nixon. Under Johnson, it was already happening. By the late 60s and 70s, the American factory, what are we going to call this? The entire infrastructure of American manufacturing was collapsing everywhere, and the cracks had been forming for years. And the reality was that American businessmen were going, we can make a lot of these products that are for sale right now in mom and dad's, that downtown, small town America hardware store on the corner of Main Street and, Palm Avenue, Maple and Oak Streets, those mom and pop shops, they only buy enough screwdrivers, like a dozen a year. And they buy through through Ace Hardware's overall system, and each location gets 1 or 2 dozen screwdrivers and a dozen hammers, and that's about it. And they're made in North Carolina, made in South Carolina, made in Virginia, made in West Virginia, made in Tennessee, Kentucky. These screwdrivers and hammers and whatnot, they're like $9.99, $4.99, $7.99, whatever the prices were. Okay, 1970 prices. Business people in the U.S. went, I can make this Stanley screwdriver or a version of just like it, not the same brand name, but I can make something of this quality. The hammer and the screwdriver and all the other tools, I can make them in Taiwan. I can get them made somewhere else and brought into the U.S. in bulk by the thousands and distribute them to Ace hardware stores. And now the Ace mom and pop hardware stores across America, thousands of them, can now sell screwdrivers from one brand made in America for $8.99 and this one for $4.99. And they're going to make $2 on this $4.99 and make $3 or $4 on this one. But they'll sell triple the number of these versus these. The Ace hardware people were excited as hell. So were the franchisees. Oh, in Canada, Canadian Tire stores. Oh, we'll love this. And here come the cheap imports. And then it came into drills, and it came into sanders and paintbrushes and the paint thingy you pour the paint into for the rollers themselves. I mean, everything to do your home improvement started getting made elsewhere because you can't make this stuff. You can't make a top quality screwdriver in Ohio for retail for $2.99, not when it used to be $7.99 at the store. Goodbye union jobs, hello imports, and then just take it up from there, from a screwdriver to a drill to a microwave to a refrigerator to a stove to a television to radios to a car to doors and windows. There is no stopping this game, and the American dollar is king, buying all this merchandise overseas from third world countries for nickels and dimes. And who is then making the big money? A new player called Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, and Costco and Sam's Club and all the big chain retailers that you've come to know and love. They are the importers of importers. They are the import, the American brands that you know and love that are all importers of everything they sell, because you cannot afford $14.99 now for a homemade screwdriver. You can't afford that, and you're not dumb enough to pay it, because you know it's a plastic handle with a metal thing melted in there that has a flat head on it. It's a damn screwdriver. Why should I pay? What, am I stupid? What, I'm an American. I'm not dumb, you know. You're smart people. But someone in the White House, and it's maybe not the president, maybe it's the assistant of the assistant of the assistant. There's a whole bunch of other white people in that White House, all telling that American president what we should be doing now. And here come the tariffs to create plants that will never be created. There you go. In the meantime, here in Canada, we will keep importing screwdrivers from China and Taiwan and Indonesia and Vietnam. Canadians and Norwegians and the Swiss and the Brits and the Germans and the Africans and the South Americans, we will all keep buying merchandise made in these other countries. We're not going to buy American-made screwdrivers. What, are we stupid? How can we do that? We can't buy a screwdriver. It's going to be $14.99 in my country. I can buy a screwdriver that's $1.99 at my Canadian Walmart store, because Walmart Canada knows. Walmart US will order merchandise from certain countries. Walmart Canada can keep bringing it in for the Canadian distribution across Canada. Walmart Mexico will bring in product all over the world, from all over the world. Walmart Brazil will bring product in if there are Walmarts in Brazil. And away we go. And Costco's and Best Buy, Target, TJ Maxx. I don't know. What are your favorite brands? Target, Robbins, what is it? Ross stores, all your retailers, all of them, individual stores and the big, they will continue to do what they do. But in Canada and in Britain and in Europe, they will all deal with the rest of the world. and they will deal at world prices. Americans are dealing with tariffs now. You have to pay your president a bribe to get your merchandise in. It's called a tariff.
I think you like waking up early this morning. You're on a rant.
I'm on a rant. Headline, here it is.
This is on a rant.
This is from Barron's. President Trump attacks Fed Chair Powell again, calls him, quote, major loser, unquote.
Yeah, man's got absolutely no qualifications.
Well, let me ask you this. What president appointed
Appointed him.
Powell to the chair of the Fed? Anybody want to play that game?
Anybody want to
It's
play?
called trivia.
Anybody want to play that game?
President Trump did. It's his guy.
Because he didn't want Janet Yellen.
You didn't want Janet Yellen. Mm-mm. Wow. It's not extra toasty, is it, Bruce? Savage of Wall Street. Not extra toasty, she said. It's fine.
It is extra toast. Well, I always make sure it's dark on top.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Savage of Wall Street. Farms in Nebraska are going under. No one to work the cattle and milk factories. Farms saying they have a 3-month runway or the Go 86. I don't know what this means. Mega, come on. This is your time to shine. So many jobs, your job. Brian, bad week. Maybe I should have some cash for more deals. This is a great idea. Bobby, did the door stay on during these flights?
Did the door stand because it's a Boeing?
What?
Remember Boeing had a small problem where the door fell off? It's a small thing.
A little.
Just want to make sure the doors stay on.
Savage of Wall Street. This is all by design, so Russia can, quote, save the day by buying all those Boeing planes for pennies on the dollar. Crazy 49er, Air India wants to buy them for a discount in true Indian fashion. God bless them. I love it. I love it. Oh my God. Goodness gracious. We're down 736 on the Dow, down 111 on S&P, down 422 on NASDAQ. Oh boy. Welcome to the party, everybody. Thank you for joining us today from wherever you are. We're down 14 on SoFi. ASTS down 234. Rocket Lab down 65 cents. GameStop down 2 cents. It's actually coming on right now. GameStop's coming on. MSTR up 890. John T. China needs those planes. Their fleet is old. They will cave. Savage of Wall Street. Meanwhile, my Rivian $12 covered calls expiring in May, sold a few weeks back for well over $1, are almost at 50 cents, 50% off. Covered calls at 12. Cash secured puts at 11, and I'm getting paid from both sides. Is this how you do this, Uncle Bruce? This is working for me. I don't know about you guys. Tom, May 23rd, $11 SoFi. Cash secured put paid $1.20. Merci. May 23rd, getting paid $1.20 for an $11 cash secured put. Willing to buy the stock for $9.80. Nice going. Savage of Wall Street, crazy 49er. They will have the planes in India. They will complain that they aren't as big as they thought. That their friend got a better deal. They'll refuse to pay the agreed price and pay 70%. Savage of Wall Street. I have friends that work in construction. According to them, that is truer Indian fashion. Laugh out loud. Okay, let me stop before I get in trouble with Uncle Bruce. Dude, I knew him as a rugman 49er. It's the same president that signed the last trade deal with Canada and Mexico. It's the same guy. 49er, small problem of the doors falling off. Yes, he is. Stephen, he only picks the best people, the top people. The top people. He only picks the top people. I will miss the travel show tonight, sadly. I'll be enjoying the outdoors. Beautiful weather in Arkansas today. It's going to change tomorrow. I'm laughing out loud, Lorraine. 162, Bruce. I can't believe I got 150 thumbs up. I didn't think I'd get 150 today. With my question of the day, I didn't think I'd get 150 thumbs up. Jeff, I just can't believe there are people that can't see that Trump has absolutely no idea what he's talking about or what he's doing. It's painful. Stephen Butler, the Dow Jones and Arkansas, was it? I don't know whether might be similar. If you don't like it, wait a day. If you do like it, wait a day. Tornadoes yesterday, sunshine today, and vice versa. It's going to be crazy. Well, welcome to the party, pal. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. What a day. It's funny. Tesla stock is falling, and so is Ford. Isn't one of these guys a winner? GM stock is falling.
Yeah.
Car companies are in trouble. Not good. Well, what can I say? Your finfluencer is eating on the air, trying to stay alive,
And everything else was,
trying to see if this market can hang on. Thank you for joining me again. 327 of you are voting, and this trend is continuing. The answers coming in here have been building momentum in one direction, and this is not stopping. Trump is blowing it is the statement. 72% now say he is blowing it, and 28% say he isn't. This used to be 69-31. Now it's 72-28. The shift is on as more votes come in here. So my initial group of diehards has sort of come and gone, and now it's like folks are coming in here going, I don't watch this guy all the time, but that statement there, that kind of makes sense, and they're hitting yes. Not as many Kool-Aid drinkers, maybe. I don't know. Yikes. Oh my goodness.
watching the studio.
They've been what?
Kool-Aid drinkers.
Yes. Oh yes. Watching the Apple show called The Studio. Yes. Kool-Aid. The Jonestown story. We're up 175 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, everybody. We're only 25 away from 200. I cannot believe we're this close to 200. I cannot believe it. With the question of the day today, I'm surprised that we're getting this close. Thank you. What a day. My goodness. Jeff Glass. Point of order, just sold $15 Rocket Lab cash secured puts that expire May the 16th, and I got 70 cents for those. Rocket Lab is $18.97. We're talking almost $4 out of the money. He's getting 70 cents for $1,500 contracts. So he's getting $70 against $1,500. Almost 5% for May 16th. Not even a month. Oh, Jeff, Jeff, how could you sleep at night? How do you do that? Making all this money from all these innocent victims that, naively are giving you all this money. How do you do it? You are made of something else. You're more than human. That's what I think you are. Ryan, ASTS down 11%. Ouch. Savage of Wall Street. Man, those $40 SMCI covered calls expired January that I sold 2 weeks ago for over $10. They're going for 538 now. Part of me wants to buy them back, but the other part wants to cross my arms and just see what happens. Maybe sell 35 expiring 26s. I'll buy these back and then I'll write 35s. Cash grab. Nothing wrong with the cash grab. Wow.
I don't know what that means. Someone's doing something.
Wonder if it's a chipper.
Oh,
I don't
it's cheaper.
Yeah.
That's it is. It's just far away.
GameStop is down 3 cents. That's it. Your GameStop is not falling. SoFi is down 18 cents. It's just not going down here. Yeah, Rocket Lab down 72. Thank you. 1902 a share. Nice, right? Really good. Jeff Glass, I have offers to sell $20 Rocket Lab Jan 26 cash secured puts for $5.90. I bought these back last week for $4.90. I'll write them for $5.90 again. Let's do this again. I like this game. Jeff he seems to be having a pretty good time around here. Nice going, pal. Giddy up. What a party we're having here. I'm almost done this bagel. It doesn't look like the market is getting any better, though. Not necessarily. Hey, Brian says, I bought 10 NVIDIA and 70 SMCI. And now I have 220 NVIDIA and 200 SMCI. Thank you for the cheap shares, Mr. Trump. I really appreciate these. There you go. Picking up quality merchandise at sale prices. Nicely done. Okay, Henry. Telling me that Coca-Cola, earlier he gave me the symbol KO. I went, who is that? And today, now he's saying, Coca-Cola, Bruce? Oh, thank you. That's what KO is. I don't follow Coca-Cola stock. Forgive me. IBM is easy to follow, but Coca-Cola.
I was a broker when the Coca-Cola dog and pony show came through.
Bottling plant, yeah.
That's right. They were going to go public.
The bottling plant. We talked about this morning here on the show. Yeah.
There was cola for everyone at those shows.
They put on a big show at the Westin Hotel. Had all the brokers come out that they could get, branch managers, trying to get us to rally the troops to buy up Coca-Cola bottling stock. Within 6 months of the issue being done, the stock was down 15%. Because at the end of the day, what they didn't tell us at the show and tell, they were trying to tell us in Calgary that, oh yeah, well, this is guaranteed moneymaker, you know. The company is the licensee to bottle Coca-Cola products. There won't be anybody else. And so you're buying into the company that makes the bottles of Coke and cans. And, you know, what they didn't tell us was that Coca-Cola USA was jacking up the price of the concentrate to unbelievable heights and then throwing all the risk at the bottler. So if there was a sales slump, they had too many bottles lying around in Idaho or in Calgary or in Vancouver, you got to put them on sale and move that crap. And you got to discount it, and you take the hit. Coca-Cola USA does not take risks on their product, neither does others. You take the risks, and that's when the investors of the bottlers went, wait a minute, we're at the bottom of the heap. Why don't we just buy the Coca-Cola stock? They're making all kinds of money off of these saps, the bottlers. It's amazing. Anyway, Henry, Coca-Cola's trading above its moving average, 73 a share, Uncle Bruce. There you go. Dude, MSTR holding is green. It's been green all morning, MSTR. It's up 1082, going greener. GameStop down 1 penny, We're about to go green on GameStop. I think we actually are green on GameStop. SoFi down 12 cents, getting better. Dow's down 6.95, getting better. The bagel is having a delayed effect. We're only down 99 on the S&P, not even down 100 anymore. So we're getting better. We're not even down 400 on NASDAQ. We're only down 371. The bagel is working. Oh, look at that. He had to finish it first. And then look at the market get better. Well. How about all that? Thank you very much, I say. Another fun day in paradise, kids. Welcome to the show, each and every one of you. I hope you're making some money today. I have a suspicion here a bunch of you are. Giddy up. We have 179 thumbs ups. We need 21 more to get to 200 thumbs ups for the day. Thank you all for coming together for us, bringing that meter in here for us. Appreciate it. We also have a number of folks answering our poll question of the day. 334 of you have answered the poll question. Almost 2 people for every thumbs up. That is amazing. The question or the statement says, Trump is blowing it. 72% of you say yes, he's blowing it. 28% say, oh no, he's a god. He's just doing great. The plan is coming together. The top people, he has the top people on it. The top people. Who are those people? No, the top people. They're the top people. That's all you need to know. The top people on it. 1 thumbs ups for Bruce. Brian, I saw that a couple large banks in Canada bought a bunch of MSTR to get their hands into the crypto game without owning the crypto itself. They're just buying the stock. Okay, I don't know. I haven't heard that. I don't know anything about it. I can't really react to it. I'm not in tune with that. No one called me about this. No one got a hold of me and said, hey, Bruce, listen, the major banks of Canada are buying MSTR. You should be aware of that. No one is making me aware of this. That's odd. Or is it? Maybe it isn't odd at all. Maybe it is what it is. Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you for these thumbs ups and answering the poll question of the day today. Love you for it. At 181 on the meter. Oh yeah, 19 away from 200 thumbs ups. 19 to go. Thanks, guys. Get us over the top if you can. If you can find that button, that thumbs up button, do me a favor. Hit that thing. Get us over 200. That would be beautiful. Really nice. Thank you all. My, oh my. We're down 71 on Rocket Lab. We're down 17 on SoFi. GameStop is now down 15 again. Little sell program coming through the markets, I think. We've got Spire down 32. Smart Rent up 1.5 to 80 cents. Apple down 4.83. Tesla down 15.55. Microsoft down 6.78. Google down 3.46. Amazon is off 5.94. Nvidia down 5.37. Meta down 17.36. Supermicro down 2.19 a share to 29.31. ASTS down 10.4%, down 2.44. AI off 30 cents. Palantir down 81 after a big week run-up last week. MicroStrategy is up 8.23 at 3.25. Unity down 25 cents. Goldman Sachs down 6.60. Cisco Systems down 104. Spiders are down 11.05. Qs are down 10.50. Netflix is up $16.50 after hitting 1,000 this morning. It's right now 9.89. Pfizer down a penny. ARC Innovations down 59 cents. IBM up off 125 at 237.50. Uber down 106. HPQ is down 52. Centino's, Home Depot off $7.88. Vanex Semiconductors down 6.12. Adobe off 8.30 a share, and Enphase down 127. Thank you all, and appreciate you all being here today, hanging out with us as we're trying to figure out what the hey is happening. Lots to hey to what the hey. Lots to follow here in this wild and zany market. We're at 96.28 on Nvidia. The low today 95.57. So the stock has recovered about 75, 80 cents. Got down to be about $6 off. It's now down $5.19 on Nvidia stock. The market cap of the company, $2.48 trillion. It was over $3 trillion at its high. Of course, that would make sense because it is down now a third from its all-time high, 153 a share. It's now 96. So yeah, it's down quite a bit at the moment. Could be a good long-term buy from here, certainly in retirement accounts, and you can use these prices to score it, grab it, and write call options on it, take some serious dollar off the table, reduce your exposure to the stock. You could really play that game. If you're into this, totally up to you. Thank you. Crazy 49er, what? They didn't consult you, Bruce, so maybe you aren't one of the top people. James of the Mystery Tree, top men. That's sad, says Crazy 49er. Jeff Glass forgot the thumb this morning. I'm 179, Bruce Bryan. Uncle Bruce, why do you think GameStop and SoFi aren't following the red trend of the market today? Because they're not subject to tariff problems. GameStop, you would think, oh, GameStop, oh, they're going to get crushed because of tariffs. Oh, stop it. No, they're going to be just fine. They're not selling $5,000 computer systems in their stores. They're selling games, okay? If a gamer has to pay $3 more to get the latest version of the hottest game there is, no big deal. Yeah, that's not going to be an issue. They're sitting on $6.2 billion cash. SoFi, no tariff problems there. Beach Boy, May 16th, $19 cash secured puts at 214 net. Thank you, Robo Toaster. Thank you, Robo Toaster, says Beach Boy. Woohoo, Robo Toaster. If only I knew what he's talking about. Rocket Lab, of course. Bruce, RKLB, of course. Second message. So he's writing $19 cash secured puts on Rocket Lab, which is trading at $18.94, and he's hauling in $214. Thank you very much. He says, I'm happy to buy this stock at $16.84. You want to give it to me down there? I'll take it off your hands with that back order they got. The billions in back orders they're sitting up. Anytime. Come on, give it to me. Come on. I dare you. I double dare you. There you go. Thank you, Robo Toaster. There you go. I'm not a Robo influencer. I'm a Fin influencer. I'm a Finfluencer. A Finfluencer is what I am now. Well, I'm among esteemed colleagues in the Finfluencer fraternity. It's pretty exciting stuff. Bruce, the Finfluencer. Bruce, the Finfluencer who's begging people to give him a thumbs up so he can get to 200 thumbs ups. That's what I really am. A Finfluencer begging people to give me 200 thumbs ups. We got 190 of them. 10 to go. Thank you, Finfluencer fans of this Finfluencer. And also 341 of you have taken the time to step up and say, I'm going to answer this man's poll question today, and I'm not afraid. Who knows it? Even though it's confidential. Trump is blowing it. 71% say, yeah, he's blowing it. He's definitely blowing it. 29% say, no, he's doing a great job. He's just making greatness happen. Our country has never been greater than it is right now. Beach Boy, homeless Finfluencer is what this guy is. He's a homeless Finfluencer. There you go. There you go. There. Maybe that's more accurate. Oh my goodness. So apparently Salesforce, the stock Salesforce, is leading the Dow 800 points lower today. And we're down 848 on your Dow Jones. Dude, aren't you more of a bagel-fluencer? You know, are you more of that? Bagel-fluencer. There you go. I mean, what do you call a channel like this? 850-point drop on the Dow, 120 on S&P, and 434 on Nasdaq. The bagel didn't work long, did it? It didn't do much, did it? It kind of tempered losses, but it didn't stop the momentum from coming back. So we're getting hit again. The VIX is up 365 to 33.30. Gold oil is now down 156, and gold is up $100 an ounce to 34.29. $3,429 an ounce for gold, Jerry. Gold. Not good, Jerry. Not good. No. Apparently, quite a number of people out there around the world are taking their old jewelry that they've had in jewelry boxes for years and years and years. Their earrings and brooches and necklaces made of gold, and taking them to gold buyers, getting it appraised, being given a quote, and quite a number of people are taking the money. They're taking the cash, and if you can get a couple $1,000 for old jewelry that you can use to pay off a 26% credit card bill, you can take an advantage of that. That's like having gold go up 26% in a year from here by paying your credit card off today. So 26% interest on a $5,000 balance, $2,800 in interest, isn't it? $1,400 a year in interest. If there was only a 26%, remember, they compounded every month against you. So it's interest on the interest on the interest as you pay the minimum payment. Not good. Yeah, so if you can sell off gold and haul in cash to knock off debt, smart move, people. Smart move. Yeah. And thank you, everyone, for being here. Dude, Chauncey Gardner voice, the bagel will crunch, but then a nice taste will follow. All is well in the garden. All will be well in the garden. The roots have not been severed in the garden. I like to watch. Sorry, what's that, dear? After the winter will come spring. That's right. Things will be better in the spring. Oh, there you go. What sage advice do you want? Chauncey Gardner from the movie Being There. Have you ever seen the movie Being There? You guys got to watch that movie.
You watched Radio Days this weekend?
We did. We watched Radio Days over the weekend. The old Woody Allen movie. Love that movie. Who argues over oceans? It's a one-liner that you'll have to find.
Tell me you think the Atlantic is a better ocean.
You're telling me the Atlantic Ocean is a better ocean than the Pacific? Who argues over oceans? Yes, you got to watch that movie. Oh my goodness. Thank you all for joining me on this wild and wacky day. I hope you're making money today out there. I hope you've written call options last week that have collapsed and that you're buying back and rolling into lower strike contracts for more money. I want you to take money off the table and put it in your account. Are you using this low dip to take advantage of some bargains? Fair enough. Fantastic. Have you written call credit spreads that are collapsing and you're taking advantage of those? I sure hope so. And creating a new set of call credit spreads that might die this Friday, today, Wednesday, next week, the week after. Shop the credit market, shop the option chains for that. It's time for you kids to make money out there. They're handing it to you. Why not? You got to take the dough. Splair. I wish you all a relaxed day. Thank you, Splair. And we wish you a fantastic, relaxed day, too. Congratulations, all of you top men and women out there. The top men, the top women. The ones that make money in markets like this. Option writers. Not to get too personal, but option writers make money in markets like this. That's how this game works. Thank you again, everybody, for being here. Appreciate you so very, very, very much. Never a dull moment out there, let me tell you. I've got an ad right now for K Jewelers. Look at that. I got an ad for K Jewelers. Come on in and buy gold rings and gold necklaces at $3,400 an ounce on that commodity. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Thank you. 193 thumbs up is what I've seen so far We're approaching this magical 200 number, you guys. You're coming through for me. I appreciate you. 7 thumbs ups away from 200. 344 people answering the poll question now. Thank you for that. 71% saying yes, Bruce. 29% saying no. Check out the question. Give it your shot. Thank you all so very, very much. What a fun day today has been already, and will likely continue to be. We're down 844 on the Dow. We're down 118 on S&P. NASDAQ down 424. 2.6% for the NASDAQ, 2.2% for S&P, and 2.16 on the Dow. Very consistent across the board now. These three indexes are sort of merging out at the moment. $96.18 on NVIDIA, down $5.30 at the moment. The 52-week low on NVIDIA, by the way, is $75. That was probably a year ago on the run-up, on the last of the run-up. But yeah, high of the year, 153.13. We're now at 96.15 on NVIDIA. There you go, everybody. Welcome all to the program. Thank you all for being part of the show. Great to have you on this channel. Thank you for being members. Love you guys for that. We'll keep an eye on this market from here for sure and see where we end up on the day. In the meantime, take money off the table from those gamblers. Brian Ungerbruce, those Jan 26, 120 covered calls on NVIDIA, hit that stinker for $9.50. You said, to set the buyback, I decided I'd rather use the $3,000 premiums to buy cheap shares of NVIDIA and SMCI. Thank you very much. Yeah. Brian, worst case scenario, someone buys my shares from me for $135.40. Sure, come and get them. Come on, buy them off me. Christina, they are listening to you talk about gold. They are listening to you talking about gold. There you go. Well, gold, no interest is paid on it. You dump a credit card debt off at 24, 26%. That means gold has to go up another 24%, a quarter more. Really, what's that? Another $800 and something an ounce. So it has to go to 42, 4,300. So if you pay your credit card off, you have sold gold for $4,300 for next year. That's what you've done. You buy gold back when you get some money around for $3,500. You're laughing. You're winning. You took $3,400 gold, paid off a credit card, saved a whole bunch of money, bought the gold back, $3,500 an ounce. Down the road, you're a smart player. I'm just a guy in front of a computer. You know what you could do is rather than buy gold back, buy gold mining stock back. Now, there are some mining stocks, some gold ETFs worthy of buying that you can write options on. On the other hand, you might be smarter yet. Sell your gold, dump it, use the money to write cash secured puts to acquire an ETF, a gold ETF, or cash secured puts on gold mining stock at a discount to what it's trading at right now. So if gold goes down to $3,000 an ounce, the stock will come back down. You'll get exercised on your cash secured put with that credit you got up front to write that put contract. You're a happy camper. Now you're getting richer even if it goes down. Oh my God. Uncle Bruce, how do you come up with this stuff? Are there any lessons I can watch that do any of this, Bruce? Is there a way I can learn how to write call options and how to write credit spreads to take advantage of these situations? Gosh, if there's only something going across the bottom of my screen telling me I could get a deal on classes. This is like a put contract right here. Getting classes for $150 instead of $200. Gosh, Bruce, if someone would just tell me, I'd take advantage of this deal. James the Mystery Tree, 2 SoFi $11 cash secured puts for April 25, 50 cents. They die this Friday, Bruce. These contracts die this Friday. I just got 50 cents to buy SoFi back at $11. That means I'm paying $10.50 to buy this stuff. I'm okay with that. The stock goes to $12 by Friday because the earnings are coming out next Tuesday. These contracts are worthless. I'll take a chance. I'm a gambler, Bruce. I'm a riverboat gambler, baby. I'm willing to buy SoFi between now and Friday for $10.50 a share. Give it to me. Make me a loser. I double dare you to make me a loser. Way to go there, James. Easy peasy money. 50 cents on $50 on 1,100 for Friday. Not bad. Well, we'll see how it works out. Either way, you're a winner. You either keep the cash or you get the stock. You're a winner in my book. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party all. Thank you for joining us again today. Let's take one last look at our thumbs up meter and our question of the day. And then we're going to say our goodbyes. Thank you all. Let's see what's going on. Here we are. 195 thumbs ups. Thank you. Within 5 of 200. And we now have 346 answers to the poll question of the day. All right. We're done. We're done for the session. Thank you all for being here. If you're a Gold Bagel member, thank you. Super thank you. Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member, as always, thank you for being a member of this channel. If you're a subscriber, thank you. Become a subscriber today and you'll get updates every time we do another video. Definitely will be here tomorrow morning. Might be here at the close tonight. It all depends on the craziness of this market. Stand by. If you're a follower of this channel, you'll get an alert that I'm on the air. You know, just come on in. So just join the channel and accept the alerts and or become a member and comment here. Talk to us. Thank you again all. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Welcome to Monday, the 21st of April. Wow, what a week coming up. We'll see how this goes and we'll see if any of you can get a little richer today and tomorrow and the day after. Thank you again. The Finfluencer is here in 3, 2, 1. This Finfluencer and his hot wife,
Trusty sidekick.
his trusty sidekick, the Jennifer Aniston hot wife, are going to say goodbye. So get ready here. Are you ready? We're ready. Are you ready? Okay, we're saying our goodbyes in 3, 2, 1. Bye.